I'm Lydia. I'm the baby.
I'm Laura. I'm the older of the two.
It's nice to meet you.
Hey, you too.
So, first I wanted to know what got you originally into the 40s and 50s era.
This is Laura speaking. We grew up in a family that really just kind of gravitated towards that kind of music. Our dad always loved that kind of music and had it, playing around the house when we were growing up. And then our grandfather was really into, older music, from his childhood when he was growing up, and then, all of the classics. And so we really were just, it was always kind of in the background of things. And then as we got older, we really started, going back to that and remembering just how special that music was and how captivating it is for people. And so it kind of led us to where we are now, oddly enough.
How did it feel to be noticed by T-Bone and Jack White?
They're so amazing. This is Lydia, by the way. They're such larger-than-life figures, so to have them on our side is such a huge honor. And I don't know, it still doesn't seem real sometimes.
Yeah, that's one of those things. It's like, this is Laura again. But, we talk to people who are in this industry and they're like, I mean, my goodness, you haven't even been doing this, your album's not even out and you're so new and you've already got two, not only, just Jack White by himself or just T-Bone, but both of them. I mean, two of the most influential tastemakers in the industry right now. You have them backing your career and pushing you and trying to help you make it. And that, I mean, it really has kind of been like, winning the musical lottery. I don't know anybody who wouldn't want to work with Jack White or T-Bone Burnett. So it's been a huge honor, and they've been both very, very valuable assets to our career.
What's it like working with them?
It's amazing. I mean, it's different. With each one, it's different, but at the same time, it's similar because they both just have such an ear for great music in general. And then, they both are trying to make their statement. I mean, they obviously have great reputations independently, but I mean, I love the way that, Jack is trying to, he almost is like carrying out this like revolution in music, and I love that T-Bone is into the preservation of early American music and just a pure kind of sound. T-Bone really gravitates toward that and tries to foster that. And I mean, just to work with them in the studio and to just be around them as people and to gain, advice from them about life or about recording or about, a career in music is just, you can't get better examples of real world success in the industry. I mean, they're successful because they have really good taste, and so to have them believe in us and to want to help us, succeed is the highest honor.
Well, the two of you sound absolutely beautiful together. I was listening to your music, and I was wondering, when did you start singing together?
We've always been singing together. I mean, since we were little, we would sit in our living room, and our dad would play guitar, and we would sing with each other. So it's just always been there. But really, professionally, we didn't start singing with each other until this record deal happened. It kind of came about really in a weird way. The audition last year, we tried out separately, and then they asked us if we ever sang together, and we said, well, we can. And so I think that's when we were created, at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, we've always known that, we could sing together and harmonize well with each other, but it wasn't ever anything that was just super amazing to us. It was just kind of second nature. And when we, got discovered last year in Nashville, that was when we were like, these people from LA are here and they like us, and they have no motivation to like us other than the fact that they really do believe in it. I mean, it's one thing to have your parents say, oh my goodness, you've got a great voice, but then when you have a complete stranger from, the Los Angeles music scene come to you and tell you that you have a great voice, that's when you're like, okay, well maybe I should believe you and and see where this goes. And so we, that we just have kind of, buckled ourselves in, and we're just letting it happen as it comes, and it's been a really great year so far.
Fantastic. Now, you recorded your album with completely analog equipment. What was that like?
That was the best way. I can't imagine doing it any other way. It was just so real. We didn't have to worry about anything coming across in a dishonest sort of way. Like, what you hear on the record is absolutely what you get with us. And, there are some imperfections, and there are some places where we don't match up our words, or there are some bad notes, or there are some, funny sounds, or you might hear a guitar slide, or you might hear, some sort of strange background noise. But we didn't want to do away with those imperfections because we really felt like they were what gave our album so much character. And to be able to, we tried to be really true to the era. We told ourselves, we were like, if we're going to really pay tribute to the music of that generation, then we also need to be true to the style of recording. And so, we sang into one microphone, and the band was recorded live in the room all together. We were playing live to tape, and I can't imagine doing it in any other way. It comes across so genuinely, and it's such a warm sound. You always hear people describe tape as being a warm sound, and it really and truly is.
And you develop a really good relationship with your players as well.
Yeah.
It's a really different way of doing things, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
So you definitely plan to continue to record like that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Definitely. We kind of are of the mindset that that's just the best. It's just the only way to do it, And I guess it's kind of intimidating, to do that, because you really have to be on your best performance. But, if you're a real artist, then you should always be doing your, putting your best foot forward and giving your best. And so you have to kind of step it up, and you have to know your lyrics, and you have to hit the notes as well as you can. And it's okay to mess up every now and then, but I think it showcases true talent when an artist is able to do it, in that way. It really shows some real God-given talent, in my humble opinion.